Hey guys! So I'm not feeling that well today and I was just kind of bored, so I thought I would make you a my first time tag video. I've been seeing a lot of people doing these, so I figured why not? I'll do it. Let's be in with the in crowd, right? Yeah. Okay, so on to the questions. The first question is, who was the first person to text you today? I was no one. I don't have anyone text me. Cause I don't. Sorry, I'm reading these up on my laptop. Who is the first person you thought of this morning? That would have to be Max because, and if you don't know who Max is, she is my cat. She's not really a person, but I consider her a person. I heard her meowing really, really loudly from outside my door, so I was like, let's get the cat in. Who was your first grade teacher? My first grade teacher was named Mrs. Thomas, and I remember she was really nice, but she looked like the Wicked Witch from the West. In a good way. But yeah. She was really, really nice. She only got mad at me once because during story time, I didn't like story time because I didn't like to sit still. So I would go to the bathroom and just chill in there for 20 minutes. And she thought I had a bladder problem and called my mom. And my mom had to come in and it was just a big pile of crazy. Where did you first go on... Wait, where did you go on your first airplane ride? I went back home to Pennsylvania. I didn't go on my first airplane ride till this last year in 2014 because we drove out from Pennsylvania to Chicago and then I had to fly back to Pennsylvania to get the rest of my stuff and the rest of the cars. So yeah, it was very, very scary and I thought we were gonna die every time there was a bump. But I definitely would take it over driving the 13 hours it takes for us to do that whenever we drive back. So yeah. Who was your first I almost said breast friend. Your first best friend, and do you guys still talk? My very first best friend would have to be Randy, and you all, if you do follow me or whatever, you have to know who she is because she's in a bunch of my videos. We met when we were in first grade. She was my neighbor down the road and we always hung out, and we actually had this old TV show before YouTube was a thing. We had like a big chunky camcorder that was her mom's, and it was like in black and white and had no sound unless you hooked it up to like you put the tape inside the VCR. It was a struggle, but we had our own TV show called Monkey Business. But yeah, it was literally the original iCarly. So those bitches ain't got nothing on us. Just saying. Where was your first sleepover? My first sleepover was at my... I can't speak English, should I? I don't even know. I was in 3rd grade, and it was at my friend Miranda's house. And yeah, we basically stayed up all night and played Sims. And tried to hack onto her brother's computer and be all sneaky. And we totally played with Bratz dolls and sang to Hilary Duff because we were going to be famous. Awesome thing about that is we lost contact for a lot of years, and then in like 2012 I found her on Facebook, and now we talk occasionally, but we have like so much in common, so we're always sending each other cat videos and shit. So what was the first thing you did this morning? I peed. Yeah, everybody pees, so get over it. What was the first concert you went to? I think it was Skillet. I really wanted to start going to concerts and stuff, and my mom found one where Skillet was playing, and so I went and checked them out, and they were pretty cool. Yeah. But then, like, my first official concert that I went to, I go and I did always go to a lot of local venues and checked out local bands, up and coming bands, bands that just got signed, stuff like that. So upon that list was Palisades, Famous Last Words, It Lives, It Breathes, bands like that. So it's always been really fun, and I freaking enjoy shows. If you don't go to shows, you should really go. Oh, my arm's getting tired because I'm holding. I need a tripod or something, I swear to God. Ooh, struggle. Okay. First broken bone. I never had a broken bone. Well, actually, technically, I guess, because teeth are bone. Me and Randy, because we're geniuses, we decided we were going to ride our bike to her house to get some cookies that her mom made. And I was sitting on the handlebars like we usually did, but for some reason today I wore these really crappy shoes, and I'm pretty sure they got into the spokes of the wheels, and we flipped and broke a bunch of our teeth off, and yeah, so broken bone. First piercing, that would have to be my ears, yeah, and for how many piercings I have and have had, I have 2 in each ear. I did have my lip pierced, and I have my nose pierced. Yeah. First time out of the country. The only country that I've ever been to aside from the United States is Canada. I have been to Canada every year of my life except the past few years. After I moved out of my parents' house, that's when I stopped going to Canada. But it's very, very pretty up there. Everybody's super nice, and they have good sweets, so you should totally go. First movie you remember seeing? That would be Bugs Life. That was the first one that I remember seeing in theaters with my mom. I kind of got bored. I remember I was just kind of chilling on the floor, and I wanted to go get McDonald's. But yeah, that was the first one. When was your first detention? My first detention was probably the start of 4th grade when I came back to my elementary school that I had originally gone to, and it was because I wasn't doing my homework, and I pretty much had detentions at least a couple times a year for the rest of my elementary school life. That was nice. Yeah, do your schoolwork. What was the first sport you were involved in? That would be soccer. I did soccer for about 6 years. Yeah, I started like in 1st grade and then did it up to 7th, and then I stopped. But yeah, I did that for a few years. I kicked shins and crap. But then after that, I tried other sports like basketball and volleyball, and I really, really sucked because of my coordination. So I ended up doing cheerleading. I was a flyer and did, the dance routines and cheering at games. So, what is the first thing you do when you get home? I usually duck off my shoes and I sit on a couch because my feet just feel like they're gonna fall off, and we don't want that, do we? First YouTube video. My first YouTube video is still on here. I don't know why I keep a lot of my old videos on here with my fucking webcam. But yeah, it was pretty just proper English is broken. It was pretty much just me saying, hey guys, I'm bored, trying something new, let's see how this goes, and that was about it. What was your first job? My first job was a waitress, and I sucked horribly. You probably would never want me again because I kept forgetting everything. I kept just not being able to do that stuff. But that was my first job, along with dishwashing, so. What was your first car? My first car was my Subaru Forester 98. And it was a wagon. I'm actually looking at getting it towed or sold or something because it's kind of broken. So now I'm driving a Ford Focus. Race car. Yeah. That was the last of those questions. I was gonna make a Q&A video, but I think I'm gonna save that for another day. I do have a bunch of questions that I had gotten off of my Ask. But I really don't feel good, guys. You don't even know. I really don't. So I'll just do that another time. So yeah, that is my first time video. I don't know what that was for. Alright, well, I hope you guys have a great day, and do you, and eat cake, and hug a cat, you know, the basics. Alright, I'll talk to you later, guys. Have a good day. Bye! I don't know what that is. I feel like I'm literally dying right now. This is terrible. Sorry. Don't you just hate when you're about to do some stuff on your laptop and it just decides it's gonna restart for updates? And literally the updates are every like freaking day. Meow. Meow meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow. Meow meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow.